Hello beautiful people of the world, welcome to my channel. My name is Shea. In today's video I'm going to be talking about why I started this whole declutter journey and journey to a simpler life. My declutter journey started 4 years ago. I actually have some videos on my channel of the mess my house was before. As you can see, the footage isn't that great. I was not going through a good time in life and honestly didn't really care about much. Not an extreme hoarder, but I definitely did hoard a lot of things. It was to the point where I would keep things thinking one day I'll probably use something like this. I have two main reasons as to why I wanted to go onto this declutter journey and live a simpler life. One of them being the financial aspect of it, and the second being the mental health aspect of it. And a bonus in all of this is with all of this decluttering and buying less stuff and selling things, I've actually been able to pay down $40,000 in debt in the past 4 years. I'm hoping to actually have my house paid off in a couple of years if all goes to plan. But this is all thanks to my whole declutter journey. Included in the financial part of it was making money from selling all of my clutter, and that definitely helped motivate me to keep on going and keep getting rid of more and more stuff. I had an actual attachment to these things, and that's kind of where the whole mental health part of it comes in. One of the main reasons I had all of this stuff was I had a shopping addiction. The whole retail therapy thing was real for me. That is how I would deal with things. Something went wrong, I would go and I would buy whatever there was. I would get like a little rush from buying things, and I craved that feeling. And I just started accumulating all of this random junk that I was buying over the years. I still definitely have that urge to go buy things, but I've found ways to cope with it in a healthy way. I like to clean and actually declutter now to help me with my therapy and kind of calm down and relax. And it's really interesting how much it's changed from the retail therapy to now decluttering and cleaning. Having a clean home is actually what helps me calm down instead of bringing a bunch of junk into the house. I was also spending so much money on pointless stuff, and I wasn't even making a lot of money at the time. So using up that money on junk when I was upset wasn't the best way to be using my funds. Having so much clutter and mess in the house was causing a lot of anxiety and a lot of stress for me. It was a mess. I mean, you saw what my house looked like. That wasn't how I wanted to live. We live in a very small condo for 4 people, and looking back at the video footage of what it looked like, it is 900 square feet. There's not that much space. Me bringing in all of this stuff just really wasn't going to work in the long term. On top of that, I was spending hours a week cleaning up all of this stuff just for it to fall all over the place because there wasn't even a spot to put all of it. Like I said, you can see in the footage, it's kind of embarrassing. I literally had stuff everywhere and anywhere it could just be stacked up. At the time, I didn't even realize that this was happening. I didn't see anything wrong with, and I'm not saying if your house looks like this that there's anything wrong with it, but for me, I did have my reasons for it, but at the same time it wasn't healthy. One day a video popped up on YouTube on the suggested page, and the video was posted by the Fairly Local family. At the time it was the Fairly Local Vegan. She posted a video about minimalism and living with less, and this was the first time I've ever heard of any of these things. So I pressed on it, and this video changed my life. She was talking about how she just lived simply with her family, and the way she was talking about it, I don't know what, but it just clicked in my head, and I realized I don't need all of this stuff to make me happy. I can be happy without this stuff, and lo and behold, 4 years later, I am so much happier without the stuff. See, I was pinning my happiness on the amount of stuff that I had. I took this video to kind of get it to click in my head and realize, oh my goodness, what am I doing? I do not want my child to grow up in this mess. I don't want her to grow up with no money, and it had to stop. Something had to change, and it was me. I had to change. After watching that video, I immediately started my declutter journey and journey to a simpler life. I later on started taking on minimalism, and honestly that's just something I enjoy. I know people throw around that word a lot of the time, but I would honestly say I am very minimalist, and we are a very minimalist family. If you've seen my videos before, you know we literally own 2 forks. People laugh at me for that. And I'm not saying you have to downsize your cutlery to 2 forks, That's a little extreme. That's just the way I like to have it. We don't have a dishwasher. I'm the dishwasher. The less amount of dishes we own, the less amount of dishes I have all over my tiny kitchen to deal with. Now, by no means am I saying I'm done decluttering or done this journey. I like to think that this is a constant thing that I'm doing. Like I've said, I've done this for 4 years now. It is a continuous thing. I still purchase things and bring them into my home, but I'm definitely more purposeful about what I'm purchasing and really thinking about if I need this. Do I really want this? Is there something I can use instead? And that's helped me a lot to deal with bringing new things in and just adding more clutter. You can declutter all you want, but if you're just going to go out and buy a bunch more junk and stuff, that's not really going to help with the problem or issue that you might be wanting to work on. And a couple times I definitely went backwards in my journey where I started buying things again, accumulating more and more, it piling back up, until I realized, oh my goodness, this is not okay. I'm going back to where I started. And then I would have to do a little bit of mental reset and figure out what is going on that is setting me back again. And like I said, we'll talk about this in another video of why I was doing this and hoarding all of these items. But it was a journey, and honestly, therapy did play a part in it. I'm not saying you need to go to therapy if you want to declutter at all, but my specific reasons for hoarding all of this stuff and clutter was actually something I had to go to therapy to deal with and to heal from, for me to be able to move on with my life and live a happier life. Looking back at the person I was 4 years ago and seeing myself now, I'm so much happier and healthier. It is literally just a total 180 from where I was 4 years ago. Let me know in the comments below, are you on a declutter journey or a journey to a simpler life? Are you wanting to spend less time cleaning and actually spend time with your family? Let me know in the comments below, what is your why? Thank you so much for watching, and I'll see you in my next video. Bye! If you're interested in finding other decluttering and simple living content, I will leave that playlist right up here for you to check out. Bye!